emotional trauma, or spiritual trauma caused by abusive, toxic people, did you know that you can rewire your brain and heal your mind, which includes your soul and your emotions? Stay tuned. We'll talk about this in a few moments. Hi, I'm Jackie Mori. I'm an 8-time #1 international best-selling author. I'm a book publisher, a book writing and book publishing coach, and your host for today's value-packed virtual book launch for the book Heal Your Mind, Heal Your Life by Monica Dubay. Now, before we dive in, I want you to know that we'll be giving away a prize for those who share this broadcast while we are live. So you'll get the prize when you share this broadcast while we are live. Now, what prize? Well, you'll receive a powerful graphic that I created called the exponential U zone versus the comfort zone. So please share this broadcast because sharing is caring, right? So there's an arrow, sharing is caring. There's a share arrow and the word share somewhere towards the right below your screen. And I look forward to giving you my gift for everyone who shares while we are broadcasting live during this book tour. Again, the gift is a powerful graphic I created, the exponential U zone versus the comfort zone. We're also going to have a live Q&A segment with my special guest, Monica Dubay. So think about one question you'd like to ask my guest, and then type it in the comments section while we're live, and we'll do our best to get to your question. Now, for everyone who buys Monica's book, Heal Your Mind, Heal Your Life, while you're watching live, or if you're watching the replay, Monica has a bonus for you when you buy her book and write an Amazon review now until December 10, 2020. More on that later. So for now, all of you watching live, please type in the comments where you are hanging out from. Where are you hanging out from? Well, I am hanging out from Seattle, suburbia, right? And so please type in the comments where you're hanging out from. And let me tell you a little bit about my distinguished guest. Monica Dubay has been a teacher of A Course in Miracles since 1989 when she was miraculously healed of anxiety and depression. Her spiritual training included 12 years with an awakened master teacher of A Course in Miracles in Wisconsin Dells, Wisconsin. She is on a mission to help women crush their fear, shamelessly love themselves, and change the world. She guides people to discover and embrace their true calling through private and group programs and retreats. A classical and jazz clarinetist, Monica holds a Master of Arts in Music from Brooklyn College and a Bachelor of Arts in Music from the University of New Hampshire. In fact, we'll share with you all a beautiful recorded audio piece with none other than Monica Dubay on clarinet a little bit later on. And the title of this piece that we're going to play later is Days of Wine and Roses. I'd like to welcome to this broadcast my friend and distinguished guest, Monica Dubay. How are you doing, Monica?
Hi, Jackie. I'm doing great. And it's so great to see my friends arriving,
Yes.
Laura and Mindy. And
Yes.
and just having this opportunity to share my book and to celebrate with everyone.
Wonderful. Well, we're going to feature Laura's comment right now. Laura Powers says, "Hey, girly, love you." Aw, wonderful. And then we'll show Mindy's comment. Mindy says, "Hello." Well, hello to you, Laura, and hello to you, Mindy. We're glad you're with us live. Well, Monica, I have several questions for you about this book, so let's dive in.
Great.
Monica, how do you know that miracles happen in life? And maybe can you tell us or give us an example of a miracle that's happened either in your life or a client's life, please?
Sure. Well, I mean, I was healed of depression when I was 30. It was something that I didn't understand. I was anxious all the time. I wasn't able to sleep. And I asked for help. internally. And, I tried lots of things, but the only thing that really worked was finding out that I could work with my thoughts and that I had to really go within and find my spiritual connection. And once I did, within a few months, I felt completely different. I was elated and I felt like I had a purpose, which I had no purpose. I had given up music. That was my calling, I thought. And I'd given it up because it was not working out for me in New York City. And so when I found A Course in Miracles and I started to work with my thoughts, my mind and my life changed dramatically. And so to me, that's a miracle. It's when your mind shifts from fear to love.
My goodness, that is a miracle indeed. From depression and anxiety to elation and the feeling of love and empowerment. That is magnificent. Thank you for sharing that, Monica. Well, Monica, what do you see as we're talking about your book? What do you see as the top three main problems people have that your book, Heal Your Mind, Heal Your Life, will help them to overcome? And perhaps share a story of someone you've helped to overcome one of these three main problems, please.
Sure. Well, I think the first main problem people have is that they're not really clear on what they want. So they're just going through life sort of, going through the motions, and they're doing things that they think they want. And then they finally find out that, wow, this really isn't it. And I don't know what to do next. So they kind of, don't know what they want. The second problem is that it's their mind that's in their way. They don't know, they're looking outside themselves, but really the problem is internal. And there's a lot of fear thoughts that we come up with. There's a lot of self sabotage that we do. We have fears around money. We have fears around relationships. And all of that really adds up to how we really get in our own way. The third issue is that when you find yourself in that state, you don't know who to go to for support and you don't know how to get out of it. And a lot of people turn to therapy and they turn to traditional ways of healing the mind. And that's nothing wrong with that. But for me, that didn't work. And I really needed something faster and more effective. And, if you knew that you didn't have to struggle, and there was a solution out there, wouldn't it be nice to know who to go to for something that you need to heal within your own mind? Because a lot of us have struggled with trauma and abuse and situations like that we, caused us to perhaps get into addictions. Whatever that is that we're acting out, it's all coming from within the mind of, feeling diminished, feeling that we don't have the power that we really are meant to have.
Absolutely right. Wow, those are definitely major things that I think everyone who lives on this planet go through. The
Yeah.
fear, the fear of the future, not knowing who they are, maybe an identity issue, and then not knowing who to go to. So yes, definitely. Do you have a copy of your paperback book? Can you
Oh
hold up?
yeah, right here. Yay.
Ooh, yes. Heal your mind, heal your life.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Can you read the subtitle, please?
Sure. The subtitle is really critical. It's thank you. Actually, you came up with that, and I'm so grateful to you. A mindset mastery roadmap to release fear, awaken to your highest self, and create a powerful life.
Wow. Well, I didn't do it all by myself because you provided me with your ideas and concepts, and I was just kind of putting together the words in a way that would really be compelling. So thank you. I'm so excited for you. Well, everyone, everyone who's watching live or the replay, I invite you to get your Kindle ebook copy today of Heal Your Mind, Heal Your Life right now, because the Kindle ebook, which is regularly priced at $5.99, is at an irresistible rate of only 99 cents for a very limited time, today through December 10, 2020. And by the way, there is no need to own a Kindle device. You've heard of Kindle readers. My husband has two. And all you need to do is actually simply download the free Kindle app on your smartphone, your tablet, your laptop, desktop, or any mobile device, and then get your Kindle copy of Heal Your Mind, Heal Your Life. I'm going to show you, I'm going to point to you the Kindle app on my phone, and it's right here. Let me just point right there to you. See there? It's the Kindle app right there. There, Kindle app. So it's free to download. It's free. Just go to your App Store or Google Play and download the free app, Kindle app, and then get Monica's book, Heal Your Mind, Heal Your Life, at an irresistible rate of only 99 cents. And it's going to go back up to $5.99 on December 11th. So get it today. What else? Well, we have a bonus for all of you who buy Heal Your Mind, Heal Your Life, whether you're watching live or on the replay. Monica has a bonus for you when you buy the ebook at 99 cents and write an Amazon review, preferably a 5-star review. And Monica's bonus is You Are a Creator, an Introduction to Transformation. Can you tell us a little bit about this bonus, please, Monica?
Sure. It's what I use every time I do a live event. I read this out loud, and it's really about transforming the way you think about yourself from a victim or from being in pain or from the past or whatever relationships you've had before into recognizing you actually have the creatorship of your mind in any given moment. You can put the past behind you and step into your creatorship and decide that you want to create your life differently. And this ebook, it's 7 or 8 pages, but it really has these affirmations and it helps you to really put this into practice.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, what Monica mentioned is the bonus, the actual Kindle ebook, which I'm going to show you. I have my here. You can buy it on Kindle right now. Heal Your Mind, Heal Your Life. That is jam packed with a lot of pages. I think it's how many pages is it on the ebook?
It's 175, I think. Yeah, 177.
Yeah, 177 pages on the paperback, and so the ebook it's going to be because the Kindle ebooks are by location, so it's thousands of pages. What Monica's talking about is the bonus. Once you buy this at 99 cents and write a review and email Monica with a screenshot of your review, I'm going to show the email address to share it to. healyourmindnow@gmail.com. Monica's going to give you the bonus that Monica just talked about, which is You Are a Creator, an Introduction to Transformation, and you can use it as your daily guide. Right, Monica?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm showing you here, I'm on an Amazon page. You can actually buy this book for others. And what a better time right now. This is the holidays, we're buying gifts for our friends, loved ones. You could buy several copies of Monica's ebook to give as a holiday gift, your holiday gift for your friends, family members, colleagues, and anyone you know who needs this book. Let me show you how to do this. So here I'm on the page where you can get Monica's book on Amazon. If you just scroll down, it says buy for others. There you go, buy for others. And you can select how many you want to buy for people. And all you need to have is their email address. And then
Yep.
Amazon does the rest. You buy it for them, put the email in, and Amazon does the rest and tells them how to download the Kindle ebook of Monica, etc., etc. So I believe that it's going to be such a wonderful gift for so many of your friends, loved ones, anyone who needs, maybe even if it's not a major overhaul, but just to heal their mind of anything, any emotional angst, any emotional pain, any kind of traumatic or toxic people traumatic events or toxic people that have been in their lives. So I encourage you to get the book. Now we have some more comments, Monica. I want to feature some of your friends who are tuning in.
Oh, thank you. Yes.
And there's Michelle. Michelle says, hello, my lovely friend.
Michelle. So glad you're here.
Yes. And then Carol says, way to go,
Sarah.
Monica Dubay.
Cheryl's been with me for a long time. So has Michelle and Laura.
Wow.
And Mindy's a new friend, but she's a really powerful healer as well.
I love it. And Claudia Brown.
Claudia.
Glad you're here, Claudia. Claudia says, congratulations, Monica. Woohoo, with an emoji, a celebration emoji. Claudia, we're so thrilled that you're here. And Claudia is the one that connected me and Monica together. So Claudia, we're very grateful to you and for you. Awesome. So we've talked about getting your ebook right now and then writing preferably 5-star review on Amazon. And again, there's no need to get a Kindle device. You just have to download the free app, okay? And then email Monica with your screenshot of your perfectly 5-star review to healyourmindnow@gmail.com, and Monica will, or her assistant will send to you your bonus, which is called You Are a Creator, an Introduction to Transformation. Awesome. Well, Monica, let's get to our next question.
Okay.
What made you want to write this book, please?
Wow. Well, my life experience and I've been working with the mind for about 30 years, a little bit more. And it really has changed how I operate in the world. It really is the answer to every problem that comes up. And I've been working with clients for a long time and doing a lot of retreats over the years. And I realized that everyone is suffering with similar issues. And so a book like this can help shed light on, when you come across your guilt or your fear or things happen to you. I've just had so many miraculous experiences with my clients and with people that I've met that I really wanted the world to know that this is available and that they don't have to struggle needlessly for years and years with thoughts that are debilitating. And especially for younger women who are probably maybe they're just starting out, they're in their 20s or they're in college even. I've worked with college women, to help them get through school because the anxiety comes over them. And, we all suffer with certain things like that are debilitating. And most people don't know they have the power of the mind to heal those thoughts. And it doesn't take a lot to learn them. So I have a lot of ways to shift your thought process from fear to love, to letting go of guilt, to letting go of judgment, to learning how to be powerful in the world and really know that you're here for a purpose. And so I wanted to share that with the world. And, I have a lot of my own personal stories in there and also stories about my amazing clients who've had incredible breakthroughs in their lives.
Wonderful. Well, Monica, can you show us your book? Can you hold up your book again, please, so
Sure.
everyone knows? And we have some beautiful comments here. Let's see here. Carol Williams has all these emojis: a Christmas tree, an applause emoji, a balloon, and a high 10. Now, I wanted to ask you, Monica, can you read maybe some of the chapters for our audience to kind of get a flavor of
Sure.
what you talk about in the book, please?
Okay, so the first chapter is kind of my story. I talk about what I went through from betrayal to healing, because I was molested when I was a kid by a Catholic priest. And that kind of sets the tone for the book. This is something that was pretty deep, and I didn't realize how much it had affected me. So that's the beginning. Chapter 2 is discovering your innate spiritual self, so you can connect to that inner self within you. A lot of people call it your inner being or your higher self. And that's really critical because once you learn how to do that, you have access to all the answers that you ever need in life. Then chapter 3 is about victimhood. I talk about time in chapter 4, how we utilize time, how sometimes we think time is against us when actually it's helping us. But learning how to master time and then finding your unique purpose, because I think that's where a lot of people struggle. They're doing a job, they're doing what they have been trained to do, but their heart's not in it. And it causes a lot of suffering, and especially in middle age, because it's your kids are grown maybe and they're gone and you're like, what do I do now? That's what happened to me. So finding your purpose, releasing your self-identity, which is really the fear thoughts, all of those thoughts of doubt and fear that come up all the time, and we listen to them and we actually think that they're real and they have no power. They actually don't have any power, but this is a way to release it. Release fear, release guilt, release judgment. That's 7, 8, and 9. Chapter 10 is intuition and finding that real you and connecting to that inner self through your intuitive powers, which we all have. Chapter 11 is about freedom. When you get to that place where you're totally in reliance on your inner self and on your intuition, you experience freedom from all the problems of the world. And then mentoring in the age of enlightenment is really all about how we can create a new paradigm where we're in connection with our higher self and usher in more of a fifth dimensional way of being, where we know that love is the answer and we know that love is the only reality. and that fear really has no creative reality whatsoever. So
Goodness.
yeah, it's about that. And also getting the support that you need in order to do that. Because, I've always had a mentor or a teacher. And without that, I would have been very lost. And I don't think, I know I wouldn't be where I am today.
Wow. It's so powerful. So many chapters, and it's just jam-packed with incredible wisdom and knowledge and all the insights that you share. And I really want to acknowledge you and appreciate you, Monica, because you're so vulnerable. Even from chapter one, you share the trauma you went through. So thank you, thank you, thank you for your vulnerability and for your authenticity and sharing what happened to you, because other people don't want to talk about it, but now they have the time and the space to talk about it and hear about it through your book and through hopefully connecting with you, etc.
I think that's how we connect. Like we all have a story of pain that we haven't been able to, or maybe we've overcome it, or maybe we haven't overcome it yet, or we're working on it. We connect to each other through our stories and through our experiences of being perhaps abused or not treated well as a child. Those wounds really have to be healed in order for us to be powerful adults. And often we don't know how to do that. And this book gives you a way to do it. And I think it's going to save people a lot of time. That's really the purpose of my life, is to alleviate pain and to help people transform as quickly as possible. Because, our world is in turmoil right now, and there's a lot going on, and a lot of people are struggling. And I love the timing of this. Like, I've been writing this book for 5 years, and this year it was like, this is it, do it now. And it takes something to put yourself out there and really, bare your soul to the world, knowing it could get crushed, but that's okay. It's not going to hurt me. I'm going to keep going, because I know a lot of people really need to know that their stories matter and their feelings matter, especially women who've been vulnerable and have not had the resources to really claim the power of their own mind. So it's our time. It's time for women to come forth.
I I wholeheartedly agree with you. Oh my word. Yes, yes, yes. Well, we have so many comments. Carol says, I will send to 5 of my dearest people. Thank you for being the best possible version of you. Wow, 5. She's going to send your book to 5 people. Thank you, Carol.
Carol's been amazing. She's sent me people over the years, and I met her at a networking meeting. Like, you just never know when you're going to encounter somebody who's like you, who's been looking for some answers, and we've all had some struggles in life, and we don't want to share that with anyone. But when we hide it, it gets worse. So I'm really grateful to Carol that she spoke up and that she sent me some people, and over the years, she's really helped me with my business. And that's what we can do for each other. That's the point of this, I mean, everyone who's on live right now are people that I've touched or have been touched by me and have helped me with my journey. And, we need to know that we're together in this, that we're not alone.
Yes.
It's really important, I think.
I agree completely. I mean, we feel alone, especially now. People feel isolated. So exactly, that's not what we want. We want you to feel you're not alone, because it doesn't have to be your reality. And we have a question from Michelle, but Michelle, we're going to get to your question during the live Q&A. So I'm going to save Michelle's question for a little bit later. But Laura says Laura got the Kindle copy, and she's excited to read it.
Yay.
Yes.
Great. Me too.
Yes, and Michelle said she's already halfway through.
Oh.
So many times I'm reading 2 or 3 times. So Michelle is going over. See, it's so rich that you have to go over certain segments 2 or 3 times. Exactly, Michelle. You just took the words out of my mouth. That is exactly right. It's such a jam-packed, very powerful and compelling and really helpful and transforming book that you really need to go through it, not just once, but because people think, I already read it, so I already know it. No, not at all. So Michelle, exactly, totally right. Good. Well, Monica, let's get to my next question for you, because we want to open it up to the live Q&A.
Great.
Given that you've shared your pain, given that you share deep pain with your audience, Do you believe that that pain prepared you for the life that you now lead?
Oh, completely. Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, in the story, in the book, I share my divorces. I share, especially my first husband. I had two little kids with him, and I went through a custody battle for the kids. And, I think it's those deepest wounds that we heal from that create a life of power because we overcome something that's really detrimental or difficult. I remember feeling for 12 years after the custody battle, because I'd lost residential custody and they went to live with their dad. And to me, that was so traumatic that suddenly my kids were not with me except on vacations and holidays. And it was just devastating. And I heal over time. It took a lot of time to heal from that. And it also was something that I was very upset about and had to really do some very deep work on. And now it happens a lot. Women have struggles with custody, they have struggles with divorce, and a lot of people stay in marriages that aren't healthy because they're so afraid of the divorce. They're so afraid of what might happen to them if they leave. And I really want to give people hope that there's a way out to, especially if it's a situation where you're not happy. And I think the deepest pain brings us to the highest heights. And I found myself recognizing that I don't have to feel guilty about what happened. For 12 years, I felt guilty about my kids, and I kept feeling like my choices hurt them. It was over and over in my head. And finally, I got to the bottom of it by doing one of the processes that's in the book. And it's all written there, so you can follow it and do it yourself. Within 30 minutes, I was freed of that idea that I'd hurt my kids. And I couldn't believe it. I was like, I've been holding this for so long, and it's not true. My kids are fine and they're happy, and I can be happy. There's no reason for me to hold on to a thought that isn't true. And then you realize the more you do that work, there are no fear thoughts and guilt thoughts and that are true. They're all just made up. It's what we call the noise in your head.
Wow, that is so true. That's so powerful that within a few minutes you were freed from the lie that had held you back for many years. Wow,
Yeah, I
incredible.
would go and visit them and feel pain. And I'd be like, why am I want to see them and enjoy them. And I can't. It's like the wound would just not heal until I saw that it was my thought about it that had to be shifted and released. And now every time I see them, it's joyful and we have so much fun, and I'm not worried about when I'm going to see them again. It's more, and I haven't seen them all year, of course, because of COVID. And, it just is, I know the love is really real and it can't be hurt. You can't lose it. You can't lose what you love. And that's what my biggest message to everyone is that you cannot lose the things you love. Even though it feels like you're losing them, you're just letting them be free, right? Because love isn't possession. Love
Right?
is love. Love is
Yeah.
giving.
Yes.
So, and they turned out great. They're very happy young men, and they're both doing what they love to do. And I'm so proud of them. And I know they needed their dad, and I'm so grateful to him too. Now, I've really healed all of that, all of my resentment about, him fighting for custody. And of course, it's just been a journey of awakening that's been really profound for me.
Monica, thank you. I really sense that a lot of people these days, they've been hurt, etc. They feel confused, they feel anxious, they feel fear. You are delivering hope to them that yes, you, even though you're experiencing what you're experiencing now, there's hope. You can get through this, you can get healed, you can be transformed, and you can live a life where you're thriving and not just surviving. Is that what I'm hearing you say, Monica?
Absolutely. That's my message. Because I'm doing it, I'm living it, and I have struggled and I have come through it. And I've had to ask for a lot of help, and I've gotten a lot of support from healers and teachers and coaches and people that have shown me how to step forward. And there's always more, like writing this book, like there's more. I want to offer more programs to people everywhere. And I just think it's time. It's time that women join together and realize that we can overcome our past, no matter how traumatic, no matter how terrible and difficult it was. It's if you learn to not keep it alive in your mind and recognize that it is a story and the story can end, you can have another chapter in your life, close that chapter and step into a new chapter. It just means you're going to have to really get creative with your life and discover what is it you really want and get the support to do that.
Wow. Beautiful. Well said. Thank you. And Monica, we have so many comments here.
Oh, great. Yay.
Let's see here. Mindy says, getting my copy as soon as we are done. Super excited.
Thanks, Mindy.
Yes. And then Eric is here with us. Welcome, Eric. And of course, welcome, Mindy.
Eric's here. Oh, hi, Eric.
Yes.
Oh, I'm so
Eric
excited. He's helped me a lot.
Oh, good.
He was one of my coaches. Yeah.
Oh, wonderful. Eric says, congrats, Monica. So excited for you and proud of you. Now, again, you do not need to own a Kindle device to get Monica's book, which is at an irresistible rate of 99 cents only until December 10 of 2020. So please get your Kindle ebook now. You can download the free Kindle app through the App Store, the Apple App Store, or through Google Play. And when you download the Kindle app, you get Monica's book at the irresistible rate of 99 cents only. And then buy for other people as well, because this is the time of the year when you want to think of gifts for other people. So this is an amazing gift. And as I've said before, and for those who are just tuning in or who are watching the replay, you can buy for others right below the on the Amazon page. And there's Monica's book, and then you just on the smartphone, it's going to be, you can scroll down, but on a desktop or a laptop, it's going to be towards the right, where it says here, buy for others. And all you need to buy Monica's book at this incredible, irresistible rate is to have the email address of the person or the persons that you're gifting Monica's book to. And again, Monica has a bonus for those who get this book and write a 5-star review. And just take a screenshot of your preferably 5-star. I'm not forcing you to write a 5-star review, but preferably, help Monica write a 5-star review, and then email your screenshot to healyourmindnow@gmail.com and email Monica there and let her know that you've written your Amazon review, and Monica will, or her team will send you the other bonus, which is called You Are a Creator. You Are a Creator, an introduction to transformation. Wonderful. Well, right now, I'm waiting. I want you to all type in any questions you have for Monica. Of course, we're going to open up this broadcast to live Q&A. If you're watching the replay, sorry, we can't answer your questions. But if you're here with us live, type in your questions in the comments section. And while you're doing that, I already have a question from Michelle. I want to play for you a piece, a beautifully recorded audio piece with Monica, none other than Monica Dubay on the clarinet. So,
actually, I'm playing alto saxophone on that.
Oh, saxophone. You play the sax.
I play both, yeah.
You're just so multi-talented. You're playing the sax.
Yeah,
wow.
I play saxes too.
Oh my word, that is amazing.
Thanks for playing a song. That's so nice, because I don't get to share that with people very much. And
right. Okay, it's still coming up on my smartphone. So while we're doing that, I'm going to open up my iTunes on my my desktop here, and let me pose a question to Monica while I'm loading up this thing here. Okay, Monica, my first question to you is, for this live Q&A, there are a lot of coaches out there. What makes you unique? Aside from the fact that you play saxophone and clarinet.
I can entertain you while I coach you.
That's right.
Well, I think it's because I've been around for 30 years and this has been my life's purpose. And I think that when you have that much experience, I just happen to have a spiritual gift of healing the mind. And it really is something that it takes something to acquire that. It takes a lot of deep inner work that you have to go through yourself in order to hold the space for someone to heal trauma from their past or, whatever that's going on. I also really know that success isn't all about money. And a lot of people think, oh, I just want to get the money and get, powerful and have lots of income. And it's really not what I focus on. I focus on your money blocks, but true success comes from your spiritual connection and knowing who you are and knowing that no matter what life throws at you, you have an answer to it. You have the tools to deal with it. You're powerful. You can overcome financial setbacks. You can overcome divorce. You can overcome custody battles and loss of loved ones. You really can overcome these things, but it takes you becoming totally connected to your higher self. And that's the difference that I offer than a lot of coaches out there, because a lot of coaches do things that they're just taught by other coaches and their techniques and their tips, but they don't go deep enough. I mean, they don't really go to the places I can go. And that's just because of who I am and what I've dedicated my life to. And also because I had an amazing, master teacher that I was with for 12 years. And his energy was, he was an enlightened being. So to be around that kind of energy and that person for 10 years really strengthened my commitment and also my desire to help other people, because he was in service the entire time.
Beautiful and powerful. Thank you. Well, I'm going to share this beautifully recorded audio clip of Monica on saxophone. Okay. And the title of this is
The Days of Wine and Roses.
The
and
Days.
It's a standard. It's a really beautiful standard with my piano player, Doug Chrisley.
Wow. Okay. Let me play it. I hope you can hear it. And if not, I'll just turn up the volume here and hopefully you can hear it.
We don't hear anything. Is it playing?
No.
No, I'm not hearing anything. Shoot. Well, that didn't work very well. Well, we'll have to try that again.
Yeah.
Maybe later on.
Okay. I have it on my phone, so I'm just.
Oh yeah, you probably have to run it through the computer.
Yes. Okay, hang on a second. So let's go to the next question.
Sure.
I'm gonna pose Michelle's question here, and Michelle says, "Is there such a thing as an adult human who is completely without trauma?"
Wow, that's a good question. I don't really know, but I would think that I hope there are. I hope that not everyone has gone through trauma growing up. But trauma is a really big word too, and it's really hard to pinpoint what that really means. I think I do know that most people have had difficult childhood situations that, you've had to overcome really deep stuff. I don't know if you'd call it trauma, but certainly we've all had challenges in life, and I know that especially people who children of divorce and children of abuse, like those are traumas that we do have to do something about, and it can be anything. COVID's a trauma. I mean, we're all in a trauma right now because of this virus, and we can't live our lives normally and go around and travel and go to restaurants and live our lives. We're being traumatized now. And so, yes, I think we're going to have a lot more of this kind of support coming in the next millennium, because people really are being affected by this. I was also at 9/11, and I remember walking around the streets of Manhattan after that and watching everyone struggle, and was very, very difficult. But I noticed too that was a trauma that we all shared. The whole world shared that too. So these are incidences that we all need to do our deep inner work on, because we're not going to just be able to put a Band-Aid on that and go back to work and think everything's fine, because these deeper fears are coming up. And I think it's important that we actually deal with that now, because, we're evolving out of a fearful species in our society that could annihilate itself. And now we're coming out of that and really seeing that, is that what we want? Do we want that, or do we want to create a world of love and peace where we get along, where we stop making it about us and them, and really create harmony? So I think we're heading more in that direction.
Fantastic. Michelle has another question, but before Michelle, I'm going to try again. Okay. I have my laptop here, so I'm going to see if you can hear this. I'm going to turn up my volume good because it's such a beautiful piece. I cannot not let you at least try again, right? We do our best and then we'll see what happens.
Sure. Oh, yeah.
Good.
That's great. It is a little soft, but
Okay.
maybe I'll send that out as a bonus too.
I was thinking
I
that.
should do that.
Yeah,
I'm going to send out that piece of music.
I love that. Okay. So my
So get your copies today.
Get your copies right now. Write your 5-star, preferably 5-star Amazon review, and then email the screenshot to Monica, and Monica will send you the daily guide, which is You Are a Creator, and also this piece. I mean, I've been listening to it, and it's so beautiful, Monica. Just
Thank you.
really touches me. So thank you for sharing that. And look, you get an extra bonus, everyone, for getting the book today and writing your review for Monica on Amazon. And Michelle says, "Oh, I love getting to hear you play."
I know, right? I know. Thank you. Yeah, I'll just send you all my music. I have like 6 songs on that, and I can give everybody access to it if you want it.
There you go. Exactly.
And you'll be helping a lot of people heal.
That's
the
right.
point.
Yes, exactly. That is the point. Well, Michelle has another question. Life is often not linear and full of surprises. Monica, what do you recommend for a woman who has made great strides towards freedom, then experiences quote unquote setbacks?
What would I recommend? I would recommend really getting some support, maybe getting someone to help you with it. But the book will show you how to not judge yourself for that, because what we call setbacks are usually great strides forward. But we don't see it that way, because it's like, oh my gosh, I mean, I've been married and divorced 3 times, which I did not want to have happen, especially the last one. And when that broke up, I was really devastated, and it catapulted me into creating this business. So it is there for you to release something that isn't working for you a lot of the time. It seems like a setback, but it's actually, it's an undoing. I would call it that rather than a setback. It's actually an undoing of a thought process, of thoughts in your mind that are keeping you stuck, where you might not have been able to take that leap forward. And so this thing, whatever it was, had to happen for you to see, oh, I was struggling with that and I was maintaining it and not moving forward. And now I can, because I have to, because I'm forced to, right? So that's what happens in divorce, like suddenly you just have to start over. And I remember sitting at my brother's house. I lived with my brother for a while just to get on my feet again after that happened. And I was just like, what the heck is going on? I was pretty pissed off that my life had seemingly unraveled. But the truth was, I had asked for a bigger dream. I wanted more. I wanted more out of my life. Just several months before, on New Year's Eve, I said, I really want to have a bigger impact. And then the next thing I know, my life was crumbling in front of me. So that's what we call setbacks often, when in truth, they're great strides forward. They're helping you to release the past. I just did it again when I moved to Florida. I let go of all of my furniture and all my friends up north. I mean, I still have my friends up north. But, I mean, physically, I'm in a whole new place, and I had to shed all that I thought I was wanted, and I let go of the attachment to all that so that I could start over in a new location. And I'm really glad I did. We have to take risks in life to live, to be really fully alive. So, I would say those are your strides toward freedom, even though we don't look at it that way. And when you look back at it a few years later, you'll be like, oh, I'm so glad that happened because, I was heading this way and I wasn't happy and I wasn't able to make that choice to just let go of it. And I finally saw that I had to. And look where I am now, right? Like I live in this beautiful apartment in Orlando, Florida. Like who knew that was going to happen?
Wow. Amazing.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I've had a lot of support along the way for that, by the way.
Absolutely.
I mean, I've done a lot of deep work and I've done Landmark worldwide. I've done their programs as well, which I highly recommend. So I speak a little bit about that in the book, but it really is about getting the support you need to change your life.
Yeah, definitely. Well, Pamela Hughes has a comment. She said, exquisite. And I'm sure she's referring, Pamela, you're referring to the beautiful saxophone piece that Monica did, right? Well,
Pam's a violin player. Yeah, she's extraordinary too.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah,
Well,
she's a dear friend of mine who plays the
excellent.
violin and teaches kids. It's
Wow.
amazing.
Well,
Yeah.
welcome, Pamela, and thank you for joining us. And one last question before we end this broadcast. What would you say, Monica, to other people wanting to write a book?
Oh, wow. Just do it. Just write it. I mean, I spent 4 or 5 years writing this thinking, oh, I don't think it's making any sense. And of course, you telling your story. And so you're going through a lot of release when you're writing. Do it for that alone. But if you really believe you have a message for the world, you do. So I would encourage you and just share it with people who are close to you. Don't share it with everybody. But I think getting people to see it and tell you what they think, because the moment I started sharing this book with people, which was really pretty recently, everybody said really great things about it. And I was like, really? This is going to help you? Like you don't have a way of really knowing whether it's effective or not, because it's coming from you. But get support with it. And I highly recommend that you have an editor like Jackie, like someone who knows how to publish it and get it out there, because I kept asking, I need an editor. I need someone to help me get it out there. And I knew of a few publishers, but I just, how it wasn't the right moment. And when it was the right moment, the right person showed up. So trust your instincts about it too, your intuition.
Powerful. Speaking about your book, Monica, would you kindly hold it up for everyone to
Sure.
see? Yes. There you go. Heal your mind, heal your life. Please buy that today. And right now, the Kindle ebook of Heal Your Mind, Heal Your Life is at an irresistible rate of only 99 cents. And when you get your ebook and write a preferably 5-star review on Amazon, email Monica at healyourmindnow@gmail.com. And Monica is not just going to send you one bonus, the original one, but Monica's going to send you the bonus of the beautiful recorded audio piece of The Days of Wine and Roses. And she's going to give access to that, and you're going to get to enjoy that with the holidays coming up. Just give Monica's book as a gift to those who've struggled for many years, and that they also need this kind of help, need this kind of support. So get Monica's book for them. Again, you can buy a Kindle ebook for others as well at this incredible rate. And all you need is their email address, and Amazon will give them all the instructions that they need in order to download and get their copy of Monica's book, Heal Your Mind, Heal Your Life. Well, Monica, any parting thoughts before we go?
Oh, I just think, I have everyone to thank for helping me get my book out, and also, let's create a ripple effect, of really helping women and helping people heal. Anyone with trauma could be helped by this book. also it's just like really like writing, like, yeah, Michelle just shared that about, writing down your thoughts and literally rewriting those conversations, learning how to handle and to master your own mind. It will shift your occurring and who you're being. So I really hope that this if you're if you want to help people, let's get this book out, because it's not just this book, but of course The Power of Now and all these other books that are out there have had this ripple effect, and a lot of people have been helped. And this is that kind of book that would have that kind of effect if we can get it into people's hands and help them to see how to awaken, how to release fear, and create a powerful life.
Wow, beautiful. We have final comments. Michelle said, loved the ideas halfway through about writing down critical thoughts and literally rewriting those conversations.
Yeah.
Yes. And Pamela says, I can attest that Monica Dubay is a phenomenal healer and guide. She has so much to offer us all. Wow.
Thanks, Pam.
Awesome. Well, with that, thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. Thank you,
Yeah,
Monica,
thank you
for
dear
allowing me.
friends.
Yeah, thank you for sharing yourself with us. Thank you for sharing your heart. Thank you for sharing your book. And I wish you, Monica, the best in all that is before you.
Thank you. And thank you, Jackie, for all the help you've given me.
Oh, it's my honor. And thank you, everyone, for joining us. Carol, Claudia, Michelle, Laura, Mindy, Eric, Pamela.
Yay.
And if I missed someone, please forgive me. Awesome. Have a great rest of your day, and get Monica's book and give her a review, and email Monica at healyourmindnow@gmail.com. And Monica's going to send you all your bonuses. All right. Thank you, folks.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye. Thank you.